Everybody, good evening. My name is Rabbi from the Kollel. Some familiar faces over here. I'm going to share with you a little bit of just a thought on this week's parsha. This week's parsha really starting off Devarim. Devarim, as we know, is the end of Moshe Rabbeinu's life, of Moses' life, and he's giving his parting words, his last message to the Jewish nation. And Moses was the beloved leader, a fearless leader. The Jewish people knew that he loved them, right? The rabbis that we have here in Young Israel, the rabbis in general in Tampa, you feel their love, right? The Rifkin's an amazing family. You feel when they talk to you, when they tell you something, you feel their love. Imagine Moshe Rabbeinu, Moses, if he would ever tell you something, it would be coming out of love, out of the goodness of his heart, meaning the best for you. If you have to criticize you, right? It would be very clear that if I was criticized by Moshe Rabbeinu, by Moses, say, you know what, Rabbi Stulberger, you got to work on X, Y, and Z, I would appreciate it. I would take what he said and I would run with it. However, we find in this week's parsha something very interesting. When Moshe Rabbeinu and Moses decided to sort of tell the Jewish nation off a little bit and give them what they call musar, give them a little bit of guidance of where they have gone wrong in the 40 years of the desert, he does it in a very sensitive way. He does it as if almost you're talking to a child. The psukim start out by saying, Moshe, these are the words that Moshe Rabbeinu tells the nation, by the Jordan River, by Midbar, Ba'arava, Mosov, Bein Parano, Bein Tofel, Beloved, Mechatzeros, Bein Zahav. All these places, Chatzeros, Bein Zahav, Bein Tofel, and Lavan. And Rashi comments, and Rashi says, what are these places that Moshe Rabbeinu, that Moses is referring to? And Rashi says that these are really places where they caused God to be angry. They did some bad things. The Jewish nation in their history, they have a lot of glory. We got the Torah. We left Egypt. We followed God in the desert for many, many years. We did a lot of amazing things. However, it wasn't all glory, right? We did some pretty terrible things. And Moshe Rabbeinu, instead of saying it outright, instead of saying, you guys did the hate of the ego, the sin of the golden calf, you know what he does? He hints to it. He doesn't say it outright, because you know why? If he said it outright, a little defensive. And if you think about it, it's an unbelievable concept in the way we work, in the way human beings work, that even if you have a Moshe Rabbeinu, a Moses, who led the nation, who was willing to give up his life, literally his life, for the Jewish nation, if he would have been a little more outspoken, a little more not so subtle, a little more blunt, so to speak, maybe the Jewish nation wouldn't have been so receptive to the words of and the Musar and sort of the criticism of Moshe Rabbeinu, of the great leader Moses. When we're dealing with people are sensitive. During the 9 days, during the 3 weeks, we're holding almost by Tisha B'Av. The number one idea that we have to inculcate into ourselves is bein adam lechaveiro, is interpersonal relationships. And the yesod, the foundation of all that, is people have feelings. People are sensitive. People don't always take things the way that you want them. People are could be, even for Moshe Rabbeinu, even for Moses, people could be a little bit not so comfortable from a loving leader. Imagine if you go ahead and you say something disgusting to your friend, you say something not nice, you speak lashon hara, you speak evil talk, it's going to kill them, it's going to hurt them. People are sensitive, people have feelings. And that's the number one thing that we all need to work on, is ahavas Yisrael. We got to love our fellow Jew. That's all we have. the only people that we have in the world today, as we know. A lot of people turn their backs on us. The only people that we have here are the people in this room, the Jewish nation, the Jewish community here in Tampa, and throughout the world. That's all that we have. Obviously, we have a lot of friends out in the world, of course. I'm not saying, but ultimately we have our family. That's who's got our back. And the more that we realize that, the more that we realize that they're people who have feelings, they're our family, is the more that we can take a step forward during this time of an opportunity of growth, an opportunity of reflection of what caused the temple destruction, which is ultimately sinas chinam, baseless hatred. Let's turn it around. Let's turn it around. Let's appreciate who we all are. Appreciate our Jewish nation. Appreciate the ahavas Yisrael, the love of every fellow Jew, and appreciate the things that we say matter to people. The things that we do matter to people. People are sensitive. People have feelings. People care. And with that, hopefully, we all should be mechazik, strengthen ourselves in this area of Ben Adam.